Hello and welcome to my channel, Talisman Tarot. In this reading I want to ask the cards and spirit directly through channeling about how the person that you have a crush on feels about you. And I have 6 groups here that you can choose from. This will be group number 1, this will be group number 2, this will be group number 3, this will be group number 4, this will be group number 5, and this will be group number 6. And so I will ask you to use your intuition and choose the group that speaks to you the most, the group that catches your eye, and that group will be your group. And if you need any more time to choose, you can just pause the video. You can also wait until after this introduction. There will be a picture where you can see the cards, the decks, very close up and personal, so that it's easier to choose. And when you have chosen your group, you can go to the description box below and find the timestamp for your particular group and click on that, and your reading should appear in front of you. And while you're down there in the description box below, make sure to check out my guide on how to book a personal reading for me. I love doing personal readings for you guys. It's always a pleasure. So please check that out. And yeah, let's focus on this reading right here. Choose your group and I'll see you in your reading. Hello, group number 1. You chose this Jolanda Tarot deck. And I'm going to start with some channeling, and then I'm going to shuffle the cards for you. So I'm going to do the channeling now. So Spirit, can you answer this question for group number 1, the people who will choose group number 1? How does group number 1's crush feel about group number 1? How does the person that group number 1 has a crush on feel about group number 1? Okay, this person feels like you two come from very different worlds, very different cultures, very different upbringings. This person feels like you two are not the same in some ways. And this person might feel like you disagree with that you two are not the same. And that might be because you two had a conversation where you were sharing your traumas, sharing your experiences, maybe from your childhood or past experiences, I don't know. But you might have been talking about experiences that were very similar. And you might have put emphasis on the similarity. You might have said that this sounds exactly like your experience, you know, or you might have said something like that, maybe in a way to make them feel like they are not alone. Maybe it was like, I feel like it was said with very good intentions. You just wanted this person to know that you both can talk about this together because your experience is so similar as it is, you know. But this person did not feel like it was the same experience at all. This person felt like that was maybe even a little bit triggering for them to hear you say that it's a shared experience, because it's not. In their mind, it's not. And the reason why this person does not want to admit to the similarities of these two situations, these two experiences, is that this person feels like the outcome has been completely different. You know, this person feels like their situation has shaped them and made them into the person that they are today, not in a good way. Whereas maybe you told this person that your experience that is very similar to theirs, but your experience has made you into a better person. That it's given you more empathy, it's made you understand people more and made you feel like you had a purpose in life suddenly when you realized that you could help other people get through the same thing as you've been through, and that this was actually a blessing in disguise in some way because it helped you find a purpose, or it helped you develop as a person, or something like that. And you might have told this person that, and I think that was what triggered them, because they felt like that is not how they turned out. That is not what has happened to them. And so, yeah, your situations could be very similar, but they don't want to admit to that, because then they would have to reflect on why the outcome of the same experience is so different for them than it was for you. Why has their life gone to shit after this happened, whereas you have been thriving? Like that. Like I think that is why this person feels like it's like you can't compare these two situations. Even though I see why you did that, because to me it sounds very much like you two have had the same experience, just two different coping mechanisms, where you have been more open to listen to your feelings afterwards and feel your feelings, whereas this person has just been burying their feelings deep down and let those feelings, you know, bubble up and cause them to, you know, to do things without really thinking about why they're doing it. And I think you have been more aware that some of the things that you do are things you do because of your trauma, and that you're good at pinpointing when you're acting nonsensible, like when it doesn't make sense, where you know that this must be something where you subconsciously are doing this because of your experience, because you're trying to protect yourself from danger, that you know when you're being overly protective of yourself, whereas this person doesn't seem to know. This person just acts subconsciously without you know, reflecting on it. And I'm not saying that one is better than the other, of course. Well, maybe I am. Maybe I feel like maybe your approach to this has been better, and I think this person is jealous. This person was jealous that you were able to get something out of this, where they just feel like they were robbed from everything. Instead, you gained something from it. And that is very unfair. It feels unfair. And I get why this person, especially because this person can't see the patterns that they keep repeating. But yeah, you seem to be able to see that more clearly. And Ace of Swords reversed. I think this person feels like the communication between you two have been off. It has been off, sorry. That it has been a little bit a little bit hurtful for them. Like they have felt like some of the things that you've said to them made them think about their experience, and I'm not saying that you have said anything to them that was hurtful. Like, it's not your words. It's more that, like, you might have said something that triggered a thought in their mind. Like, they might have told you about their childhood, and you might have said something with good intentions, where you might have said, well, it sounds like your mother was maybe more the problem than your dad was, or something like that, where you were just analyzing what this person had been saying. And to you, it was very clear from what this person was saying. So you felt like maybe it was okay to point it out. And even though it was okay, there's nothing wrong with doing something like that. But I think this person was not ready to hear that. And it made them think about their childhood and reflect over things that they didn't want to reflect over, because this person likes to bury. They like to bury the past. They don't want to think too much about it. And I think yeah. I think this person just doesn't like to be analyzed also, and in a way I think that they just feel like they want to talk about it, you know? They want to talk about their past in some way. Because I feel like this person trauma dumps on people, and so it's not like this person is burying everything deep down, but this person wants to be in control of the narrative. They want to share whatever they want to share, and they want to tell it in the way that they want to tell it, and they want to leave out details that they don't want to have in the story. Like they want full control of the narrative. And if someone starts poking at something that's not a part of their preferred narrative, then it makes them uncomfortable. It makes them want to stop sharing, you know? Then they just want to walk away. Then they don't want to continue that conversation. So, with the Four of Pentacles, this person is very protective of themselves, to the point where when people tell them things that they don't want to hear, they have a tendency to blacklist people. Like, they just put people on the blacklist, and then they don't want to talk to them anymore. I feel like this person hasn't completely done that to you, because, well, if this person had, then I don't think you would have a crush on them anymore, you know? So, but I think this person has a tendency to create distance whenever they feel like you're getting too close, or you're starting to take control of the narrative, that they are like, and you're starting to maybe walk on a space that is not allowed to walk on, like that there's certain areas where this person just don't want to go. And if you somehow navigate into that area, if you trespass on that area, then this person will will feel very uncomfortable and feel like you're doing it on purpose or something like that, which is not the case, but they will be a little bit paranoid about it and feel like you're just throwing them off their game. And I know this reading is very negative. And I'm sorry to say this, because like I don't want you to feel like this is your fault, because of course it's not. I know that it's not fun to hear all this when you can't turn back time, you can't change what has already happened. And I'm just saying that if someone gets triggered that easily, then this person, then it might just be not be it might not be worthwhile, because this person has this person is a minefield, and you can easily end up, you know, stepping on a mine, and then this person will blow up at you, or this person will implode, where this person will just get so passive aggressive about it that they won't talk to you for a week, and you won't know why. And I just feel like this person has a lot of baggage, and this person does not want help. Like, you could maybe help them unload some of that baggage, but they wouldn't accept that help, because in a way they want to stay this way. This is comfortable for them. They don't want to change. So, and I think that it annoys them when someone like you talks about moving on and becoming a better person after moving on from this, and that it's that your trauma has been, you know, the biggest motivational factor for you in your life, and like that sort of thing is just gonna make this person annoyed and irritated, because there's like an indirect kind of like it's like this person understand it as you indirectly telling them that they need to change, and that it's not okay to just wallow in their grief forever and keep playing the victim forever. But of course it's very easy for them to, like, because now they can always use their trauma as, you know, their pity point card that they can use, like where they can get some pity for sharing their experience, you know, and they don't have to assert themselves, they don't have to they don't have to do anything, because they can always use it as an excuse that they had a terrible childhood and therefore they don't have to take an education, they don't have to have great ambitions for themselves, they don't have to they don't even have to treat people nicely, because they can always say that the only reason why they treat people like crap is because of their past and their childhood and their parents being the reason. And this is easy. It's easy to have a cop-out every time. Like, then of course moving on would make it harder for them to get pity, you know? So they don't, they are they're postponing that. They don't want it. Because why would they want to change something that is so beneficial for them? So yeah. With the Knight of Pentacles reversed. This person is, you know, this person is planting seeds on the on his field here, and it came out reversed. And this person is not planting any seeds. This person is not ready to grow as a person. This person does not want to develop as a person. This person does not believe in self-development and thinks it's kind of silly for people to want to develop and want to evolve and want to become a better person. This person this person does not want they don't want to grow anything on their field because, and this is about feelings as well. So, you know, think of like, I think the field, when they don't plant anything on the field, the field is empty, and it's filled of potential opportunities. But if they start planting something, then the opportunities for planting something else would fall away, like that would go away. So if they want to plant seeds on their field, they have to be completely certain that that is the plants that they want on their field. So since they don't want to make that decision, they are just keeping it empty. Because then they also feel like they have all the opportunities in the world, all the options in the world, when they're not actually playing on any of them. Because if they started playing on some of them, that would maybe also make them realize that they might not have as many options as they think they do, and so that would burst their bubble. But I think there's two things here. I feel like this person this person doesn't seem to have feelings that they want to develop with you. I think this person has some feelings that they keep buried inside, that they have some connection with you. They feel like, but they are also looking for reasons not to go through with this. Like, I think they are being a little bit petty, actually, you know, because it's like they're looking for flaws, looking for reasons not to follow through. And therefore, I think this person also takes it very personally when you say something like, or when you compare your situations and act like it's the same thing that you went through, which it is. It's not an act, but it's not something you're acting. But I think in this person's mind, it is. Because, you know, everybody feels like their experience was 10 times worse than everybody else's. But, and this is the case for this person as well. So I don't know if that's so, I don't know if that's so strange. Maybe it is normal behavior, but usually people just don't really act on it because people realize that they are maybe being a little bit silly. And that they deep down they know that their experience isn't the most terrible experience in the world, like that it just feels that way because we don't know how other people are feeling. Like we don't know what their experiences are like, because we can't really, we can put ourselves in their shoes, but we can't completely fathom things that we have never experienced, or we can, but some people can't. Some people have a hard time with empathy, and some people, I don't know. And I think maybe that is also why they call bullshit on you gaining more empathy from your trauma. If you've said that, I know it's probably not a quote that everybody has said, but if some of you have said something similar to that, then I think they felt like that was bullshit because they had the same trauma, and they feel like they didn't get more empathy from it. Of course, if you don't have empathy, like if you have a hard time with empathy to begin with, and that I feel like that's the case with this person, that maybe this person always had a little bit of a hard time putting themselves in other people's shoes, and so of course it didn't change anything that this person went through some trauma. It might have even caused them to feel like they don't have to empathize with other people because of what they experienced. And so they might have seen it as a cop-out from not having empathy. And so they called bullshit on you because you gained empathy from it. So but I feel like this person is very indecisive. This person also, like emotionally, I think this person is an empty field in many ways. Like I think this person doesn't want to plant feelings on their field, the field inside of them, the emotional field that they have inside of them, if that makes sense. They don't want to plant any seeds on that. They don't want anything to grow because of, I want to say, because they want to protect themselves. Like they don't want to get too close. They might have like some avoidance personality, or avoidant personality, like where they might they might avoid people, avoid interactions because it's too hard, or it might, like they don't like it when people expect too much from them, or they don't want to make any promises that they can't keep. And when they get too close, it gets to a point where they have to actually be someone for that other person. They have to be a friend or be a girlfriend or boyfriend to another person, and this is just too much. But I feel like they also have a fear of missing out, where I think they don't want to plant any feelings or plant any seeds that could grow into feelings, because when they do that, then they feel like they are obligated to see it through. And they don't want to see it through necessarily. They want to, maybe play the field. Maybe they want to play the field a little bit. And so I think this person, honestly, I feel like there's a lot of baggage here. This person has a lot of trauma that they are not processing at all. Like they're not reflecting on it at all. Like they are not trying to heal. They are not trying to move on. They're just in it and wallowing in it, and that's something they are completely content with, because of the perks. And this is like there's a lot here that would be quite difficult in a relationship to deal with, and I'm kind of feeling that I don't want you, like, I want to give you this piece of advice. I don't know if it's advice or not, but you know, don't date this person. Even if this person said yes, even though I feel like they are playing the field, but they could, you know, I do think they have like a connection with you that makes them want to open up to you, but I feel like they also shut down a little bit when they felt like you were not hopping onto the pity parade with them, like that you were maybe asking a little bit more critical questions and blaming the wrong person, you know, like blaming another person than they have been blaming for a long time. Like they might have been angry with their dad their whole life, and for someone to say that maybe they should, you know, they should maybe be more angry with their mother, that caused, I feel like that I know it's maybe not exactly that conversation that you had with them, but they just wanted to keep being angry at the same person that they've always been angry at, and they don't want to reflect or humor the idea that maybe someone else was a better target for their anger. Because then they might also have to feel a little bit guilty for putting that person through hell for what they did. So, you know, I don't think they want to think about anything where they are not the hero of the story. And I'm not sure, like I know that this is a very negative reading, and I'm very sorry. I just can't really tell you anything unless, like I can't just tell you what you want to hear, because I want to be truthful. I want to say it like it is, say whatever I receive. And I'm just getting really kind of toxic vibes here. I don't think this person means to be toxic, but they are. And I think they are very jealous as well, and they don't really know how to deal with that jealousy. That yeah. And I don't think this person would ever, you know, be there for you. Because this person would, like, if you two started dating, I think they would keep being in the victim role, where it's always sad for them, and they are always the one that has been through the most, and they are they're the one that needs the most support all the time. Whereas you're gonna just fade into the background, where whatever you've experienced that is very similar to what they've experienced would just fall flat, because there wouldn't be space for that, and this person would keep minimizing it and make sure that it's not something that you need support for, because that would take away from the pity and the support that you could have given them. And I think this person is just not used to not being the one that people feel the most sorry for. You know, they need to have that attention, and they need to have that spot as like the one, like the one who's winning the pity competition. If that makes sense. I'm not, like, now I'm being mean to this person. I don't want to. I think, like, I don't want to minimize what this, like, because again, like, this person has been through the same as you've been through, and I'm not minimizing what you've been through, but I just feel like the way that you've been handling it, it's it tells a lot more about your character than it does for this person, because this person just seems to be stuck and they don't want to be saved. And I think that is a bit of a wimpy way to live, where it's like this person has just given up. And there's nothing wrong with that either. Of course, this person might have been through something so traumatic that maybe a lot of people would have given up as well. I don't know, but I just feel like you need to be with someone who hasn't been through the same trauma as you, because maybe you need to be the one that I feel like, even though, like, I think it's cool that you have moved on and just taken on this very positive mindset and all of that, that's great. But I think what you need is someone that can validate your experience and also, you know, give you a little bit of pity for it, because it seems like you've gone even though you have done a lot of work to get to where you are today. Like, I think having someone that someone who's a little bit more aware of your feelings, how you feel. I think that because you have a lot of empathy, so you would give that person the same treatment. You would I think that would be a better fit for you, because I feel like if you're just with someone who just minimizes your feelings and makes it like into nothing, like then I feel like you could end up burying your feelings again, you know, which is something that I think you've worked so hard to be more in sync with your feelings, and I think it would just make you go backwards with your healing. And so I think that, and I think this person will work really hard to make this happen, because they don't want to grow, but they want to be equal with you. So they would, you know, cause you to feel like they would change your behavior and make you level down to their level, so that they could feel better about themselves. So I'm not getting a good vibe from this person. I feel like you can find someone better. I think you can find someone who actually has empathy, and that I feel like that is something that you need to focus on when you find a partner. So yeah, so that's all I have for you, group number 1. I hope this reading was helpful, and have a great day. And if you want a personal reading from me, check the description box below for more information on how to get one. And thank you for watching, and bye. Hello, group number 2. You chose this Botticelli Tarot deck, and I'm going to start with some channeling, and then I'm going to shuffle the cards for you. So I'm going to do the channeling now. So Spirit, can you answer this question for group number 2, the people who will choose group number 2? How does group number 2's crush feel about group number 2? How does the person that group number 2 has a crush on feel about group number 2? Okay, this person finds you sexy. So that's good. This is good. And funny too. So this person has a very good feeling about you. I feel like this person can really sense a lot of sexual tension between you two, like that there's something about you that also just makes them feel like, I think they feel a way that they haven't felt for a long time. Like that, it's like you tickle them in some way, that like that they feel like they have butterflies in their stomach when they talk to you, that there's something about you that just makes them feel giggly in a way, like a little schoolboy or schoolgirl. Like it's like it's like this connection is both fun and sexy and also just light and yeah, good. It's good. I'm going to shuffle and see what the cards have to say about this, about this person's feelings for you, your crush's feelings for you. Okay. 3 of Pentacles. This person finds you smart too. Like, so smart, funny, sexy. It's the whole package. And also creative too, because this woman, she is holding like a paintbrush and like a banjo? I don't know. Maybe. I don't know what this is. Yeah, I'm going to say banjo. It's probably not a banjo, but I don't care. It is a musical instrument, and there's a brush here. And if you think that this is like a violin and that this is like the stick for the violin, it's not. It is a brush. And maybe you can't see it because it's like it might be a little bit hard to see, but it is a brush. And so it is a paintbrush. I'm like maybe 90% certain that it is. So maybe this person also finds you very creative, like that you're good at art, like that you're good at painting, good at playing music. And this doesn't even look like a violin, you know. It's not a violin. That's a banjo. And I don't know why I'm talking about this. It doesn't matter. But this card makes me think that this person finds you very smart and puts you up on a pedestal. This is also about teamwork. That I think this person also feels like you're very good at working together with others, or, well, maybe not all of you. Maybe some of you have like a little bit of difficulties with that, but maybe you have been quite open towards this person about it. Maybe you've talked to them about how you find teamwork to be, you know, the worst that you can experience. Like that it's one of the things that you really hated when you went to middle school and stuff like that, you know, and maybe high school as well. And that it was just always like a bother to you. But I think this person feels like it shouldn't be, because you're very good at it. You're good at socializing, you're good at talking to people. It's not like, maybe you have talked to this person about you feeling like you're a little bit awkward around other people, that maybe you're a little bit bad at small talk or something like that. And this person just felt like that didn't make sense to them at all, because in their mind, they find you to be very good at, you know, keeping up a conversation, talking about interesting things that captivate people. And that you're also very cooperative, like that you're you're good at, you know, sensing when to say certain things to other people and when to maybe shut up, you know, and that you're good at sensing like what to do in certain situations where maybe this person feels like they are not that good socially, that they might not have that radar. Sometimes they can't really read a room that well. Like sometimes they might keep japping on about something that that they just realize afterwards that maybe they should have stopped themselves, that maybe they even know sometimes when they are talking about something that's boring people and everybody seems to be falling asleep. They know. They know that this is happening. They just don't know how to shut up about it. Like they don't know how to, you know, control it when they are very excited about something. They just want to finish the story, you know? And well, they feel like you're much better at reading a room. You're better at conversing with people. I'm going to shuffle. Okay, with the King of Wands, this person feels very passionate about you. This person feels like you two have like a very strong, fiery energy. That there's something very natural about the energy between you two, that it's not very hard at all. Like it's not hard to keep up a conversation with you, that you seem to be someone that just has like a gift of making people comfortable. And not just this person has also this person has witnessed other people feel the same way, you know, where this person just sees you as just a very exciting person. They are excited to talk to you. They are excited to meet up with you. They get excited thinking about you. Okay. With the devil here. So yeah, this person sees you as sexy. They want to do stuff to you, with you, for you, sexually. This person has very likely thought about it vividly, like in very much detail. And yeah, I think this person might even have masturbated to the thought of you, or to a picture of you. So this person is deep into this. Like this person is very sexually attracted to you and seems to also be in love with you. So I'm going to shuffle a little bit more just to get a little bit more information. So with the Six of Wands reversed, this person might feel like you're a little bit more popular than they are. that you get along with everybody, whereas this person gets along with a few people, you know, and this person might not have a lot of friends, but they have a few close friends, and I think this person also feels like that's enough for them. Like they don't need to have a lot of friends, but when they compare themselves to you, they might feel like they don't have like the social circle that you do. Like that they might also have compared their Facebook with your Facebook and felt like they didn't have as many Facebook friends as you do, or something like that, where they might have felt, you know, they might have felt like, what if you don't want to be with them because they are a little bit awkward around other people? But then you if you have shared with this person that you're actually quite awkward yourself, or that you feel very awkward around other people, this person might have felt like there was hope for this connection, because maybe you are the same in many ways. So maybe I think that might have made them feel more connected to you. But I think there is a little bit of doubt in this person's mind that maybe they are not cool enough, not popular enough, not social enough, that they don't do a lot of cool things, that they don't go to any cool events or concerts or festivals or anything like that, that they are maybe not living that they feel like they're not living a very exciting life. And that they don't go traveling that much either. Like that you might have traveled more than this person has, and maybe they feel like you look at them as someone who, like, someone who doesn't know anything about the world, or that they are inexperienced when it comes to the world and traveling and stuff like that. But I'm going to shuffle a little bit more. Well, I'm actually going to shuffle some of these archetype cards just to get a little bit more information on how this person feels about you. So how does this person feel about you? How does your crush feel about you? Athlete. Okay, so this person sees you as an athlete. Well, I think this person sees you as very fit as well, physically. But it says, the card says, dedication to transcending physical limits, including handicaps, development of personal willpower and strength of spirit. So, yeah. This person might also see you as a fighter, someone who keeps going, even though you might have some things that could make things a little bit harder for you, but you might not see it as an obstacle or something that's limiting you, that you just see it as, you know, something that needs to be, you know, worked around, that you can always work around it, that you don't have to see it as a limitation. I don't know what this is about, but if you have some illness or something, then this person might feel like you're very, very strong, that you don't see it as a weakness, you see it maybe even as a strength or something like that, that you don't see it as something that you need to change your whole life because of, that you find ways to just live a normal life, and that you don't let it stop you from doing anything you want to do. So, and I think this willpower, this strength, is also something that this person is very attracted to. So, with a rebel reversed, so well, the shadow attributes, I'm going to read the shadow attributes. I'm not sure it makes sense, but it says rejects legitimate authority out of anger, rebels out of peer pressure or fashion. You know, I guess maybe this person feels like well, I can't, like, I'm just going to go with rebel reversed, like the opposite of a rebel, because that's not what this is, what the shadow attribute says, but I'm going to go with it because it came out reversed, and usually I read reversals as the opposite meaning as what it is upright. And I'm going to do the same with these cards here. And with a rebel, I would say that this person might see you as the opposite of a rebel. In a good way, I think, because I feel like this person sees you as someone who's not trying to be quirky, that you're not trying to stand out and be like, and you're not the type of person who tries to be like, if you're a woman, then this person feels like you're not one of those who say that they are not like other women or not like other girls, you know, that you're someone who actually says the opposite, that you say that you might have said to this person that you're just like everybody else, like that there's nothing about you that's very quirky, or like that you're that maybe you've also said that what binds us together is the things that we have in common, not the things that make us stand out. So it's more important to find the common grounds instead of trying to be weird for the sake of standing out. Like that maybe yeah, I think this person sees you as very adaptive, that you adapt to your environment, that you might also adapt a little bit to the person that you talk to, and that you talk about other people's interests, and that you're so curious that you can actually find something that you're interested in too. Like if you meet someone who is interested in sports, even though maybe you're not that into sports, or maybe you are with the athlete here, but maybe you're not so much into football, maybe you're into some other sport or other ways to, maybe you go to the gym, and maybe you do martial arts or something like that, but maybe football is maybe not your biggest field of interest, maybe it's the opposite of that, but maybe you're very good at still sounding like you're interested, good at acting like it's something that you're passionate about, or not necessarily that, but maybe that you're curious about it to the point where you can actually ask questions, and even good questions about it, where it's like you're like a shapeshifter, or like a, what's it called, like a chameleon, or isn't that the the one that, no. You know that you changed colors to adapt to your environment, like a lizard or like a, what's it called? Like, I don't remember. It doesn't matter. I think you know what I mean. So I think this person feels like that's quite fascinating, that you can do that you can ask questions that seem like you're actually someone who knows a lot about it. But it also seems like you know a lot about everything, or like that this person feels that way. I don't know if that's necessarily the truth, but I think you are very knowledgeable. You might just not know everything about everything, you know, because that's quite big, you know, but I think this person feels like you have such a broad, like a broad spectrum of interests that it seems like you can converse with anyone and have a good conversation with them about whatever their field of interest is, and that you just adapt to that. And maybe this person feels like they don't quite know who you are because you're always adapting to other people and putting on other people's interests and being curious about other people's hobbies instead of talking about your own. But I think this person just sees you as very adaptive and very normal. Maybe this person feels like they are a little bit atypical, like they have a way, well, maybe they are a little bit quirky in a way, you know. And I think they just find it very sexy when someone just comes out and just says that they are normal, like because that's what they're looking for in a way. Like they're looking for someone who doesn't maybe have the same quirks as they do, like because yeah, maybe it could also be like, you know, natural, like that they might have some things that make them a little bit strange, but then like the nature will compensate for that by finding someone, like where they will find someone in love, or maybe that will be you. Of course, you need to consent to that, I know that, but if this person found someone like you, someone who's not quirky, someone who seems like a social butterfly, not socially awkward at all, but someone who's actually just very wholesome. This person is probably also wholesome, but this person might have some things that they struggle with, and that doesn't make them less wholesome. I know that was the wrong word to use, but I think they're looking for someone who has a little bit fewer issues, because then the offspring will be, you know, will be somewhere in between, and maybe that's good. Of course, I don't want to talk about that already because I know it's early stages, but I think this person is very into you, and I'm going to shuffle some of these Gypsy Oracle cards just to get a little bit more information on what this person feels, how this person feels about you. Okay. Well, how this person feels. Okay, I think I got it the wrong side up. Like I was shuffling them. They were all reversed when I was shuffling. Just so you know. So that's why I feel like this is why these two cards came through. Don't just keep in mind that I wasn't shuffling in the right direction, or they were not in the right direction. Okay, now they all just come out reversed. What is that all about? Okay, now this is not right. This is wrong. It makes no sense. Okay, I'm gonna read them anyways, but I just feel like why do these cards come out reversed? Okay, with the Lord reversed. Maybe this person sees you, like they feel like you're not a lord. Makes sense, maybe, I don't know. I think there aren't a lot of lords around, like, so, well, that makes sense. Of course, this card is also about, you know, owning someone, owning land, owning, like being in control over maybe especially other people. And this came out reversed. So I think this person feels like you're not someone who tries to control other people, that you're someone who allows people to be who they are, and that you're not trying to change people. You're not trying to like, maybe also when you talk to people, you give people the time that they need. You're not someone who's controlling the conversation, trying to, you know, rush the conversation. You're not someone who what's it called, interrupts. Yeah, that you're not someone who interrupts in the middle of a conversation. You're someone who waits until people are done with what they are telling you, like that, and then you give them whatever feedback you were going to say, or maybe like whatever. But this person feels like you're very good at not controlling a conversation and allowing people to just be, and that you're also not making fun of people for anything silly. Like, you're not making fun of people for the way they dress, or you don't hold it against people. Like if someone is wearing a silly hat, you don't point that out to them, and you don't let that. You're not someone who would allow that to be the deal breaker for you. You know, that you're not someone who judges people for the way they dress or the way they look. That you don't judge a book by its cover. You're someone who wants to get to know people first before you judge them, or before you make up your mind about them. So with the gift reversed, how does this person feel about you? They see you as the gift reversed. A reversed gift. What's the opposite of a gift? I guess a loan. So they might feel like you're someone who they are just borrowing. Okay, so that's not very good. So this person might feel like they're not sure if they have you for that long. That they feel very attracted to you. They find you to be very sexy, very funny, very smart. Everything just clicks. Everything's good. But maybe if you have told this person that you have an ex that you recently broke up with, or something like that. Maybe this person is afraid that this is just borrowed time that they have with you, that they are just that they can't be sure that you won't change your mind and go back to that person again. So they feel like they need to make the most of it right now, but they are not sure if you're going to be if you're going to be available to them. So with the money reversed, what's the opposite of money? The opposite of money is, what's the opposite of money? Opposite of, I would say maybe debt. So this person might feel like they are in debt to you. So they might also owe you something, and that maybe you help this person with something and they feel like they have to return the favor. And this might be something they are a little bit uncomfortable with, because they feel like they are always trying to think of a situation where they can return that favor. But they might feel like you have all that you need. You don't need any help with anything. So they feel like they feel like they fall short on trying to figure out a way to make it even again, because I feel like this person sees it as a little bit unequal right now, because you help them. And I think the thing is, I don't think you're thinking that much about this, because maybe you said to this person that they didn't have to repay, or they didn't have to pay you for whatever you did for them. And maybe you said something like, you can just return the favor whenever I'm going to be in need of something, then you can help me with that. But or something like that. And maybe in your mind you felt like, well, it's just something you say. It's not something that's meant so literally. Like it just is in the case. Like in case you need help someday, then, well, but maybe not. Like that. Maybe you just said it like it's a saying. It's something that you say to people, but yeah, I think this person might have a tendency to take things a little bit literal, and I think that has been stressing them out to think of something to do for you to return the favor. Like, for instance, if you two went if you two went on a date or something, you might have paid and said to them that they can just return the favor the next time, or if you did something where you paid for it, or like if you helped this person with some paper that they were doing for their university degree, that they were that they needed some books or something, and you might have borrowed them the books and then told them that they didn't even need to give you the books back because you weren't really in need of them, so they could just keep them. If it's something like that, this person has been constantly thinking about ways to return that favor. And yeah. With a child reversed, I think this person feels like you're not a child, that you're very mature. And with the sorrow card reversed, I think this person sees you as someone who doesn't wallow in your own grief. You're someone who seems to be very tough and strong, and you're not someone who, like, and that came out also on top of the athlete card. And so I feel like this person sees you as someone who doesn't see a handicap or something like that as a limitation. And you don't cry about it. You just you just move on and adapt and put on your big girl pants or big boy pants and just deal with it instead of just falling flat and yeah, I think this person finds that to be very very attractive. But maybe you should wonder why this person finds that so attractive, because I'm afraid that this is a very positive reading. So don't reflect on it unless you want to, or don't listen to me reflect on this if you are already sold on this reading. If you feel like this is good and this is exactly how you've been feeling about this person, then it's perfect. But I just feel like the fact that this person puts so much emphasis on how strong you are and how much you well, that's a good thing. That's a good thing. Well, I don't know. Like, I was thinking about something like, well, maybe this person just doesn't want to support you. Like, that this person is looking for someone very independent, someone who can take care of themselves, so that they can do minimum effort in order to keep the relationship going, and that it's kind of like a cop-out so that they don't need to do anything. Maybe, but maybe this person just wants an equal relationship where no one is in debt to the other, and that both people just live their own lives independently, just together, where you don't need to you don't need to help them and they don't need to help you, but you can coexist in a beautiful union. But the union is kind of like not a complete union, but still it's a union between two independent people. And I think this person wants that. But I don't know. Yeah. But I think that's all I have for you. Group number 2, I hope this reading was helpful, and have a great day. And if you want a personal reading from me, check the description box below for more information on how to get one. And thank you for watching, and bye. Hello, group number 3, you chose the Ramses Tarot. And I'm going to start with some channeling, and then I'm going to shuffle the cards for you. So I'm going to do the channeling now. So Spirit, can you answer this question for group number 3, the people who will choose group number 3? How does group number 3's crush feel about group number 3? Okay, this person feels good about you at the moment. It has not always been this way, but let's not focus too much on that. I feel like right now this person actually feels great about you. They feel like they are becoming closer to you, that you have shown a more vulnerable side of you, and this person really liked that. I think in the beginning this person might have thought you were too tough, like too strong and independent, and I think that was something this person didn't quite like, or I don't know if that was the issue that this person had with you in the beginning, but this person just doesn't like it when people are too cocky or trying too hard to act strong or act tough. That this person is this person is just a big fan of vulnerability and people showing their true, genuine personality. And this person likes it when people have the confidence to show weakness. And I think you've done that, and this person really liked that. And so this person is starting to feel very good about you and feel like now they are starting to feel the connection, that there's something here. So, yeah. And this person also likes it when people dare to ask other people for help. That's something this person is very attracted to, but also just this person just generally likes that when people come to this person for help, because I think this person sees that as a big strength in a person, that they are not so independent that they can't ask another person for help. That this person feels like maybe in the beginning this person felt like you were a little bit arrogant because you weren't asking for help, because you wanted to do everything on your own, that you didn't want their help with even the smallest thing that this person was offering. Like, I feel like there might have been something in the beginning. I know that maybe for some of you this is maybe a shorter connection than for others of you, but for those of you where this might have been a little bit of a longer connection, I feel like in the beginning this person might have offered to carry your bag, or maybe they offered to hold the door for you, or offered something small where it was no bother for them to do it, and that was why they were offering. And it wasn't because they were trying to make a statement, they just wanted to make it easier for you, but maybe you felt like that was not necessary, and that maybe it was kind of like, maybe you felt like it was belittling in some way, as if you couldn't hold the door for yourself, or couldn't open the door for yourself, or couldn't carry your own bag, as if it was maybe criticism towards you. Whereas I don't think that was what this person was intending. Even though it can seem a little bit, a little bit like, I can see the problem, that maybe you had a problem with it because, you don't want to get stuck in the gender roles, and sometimes it can seem a little bit old school when a man, or if this person is a man. Of course, for some of you, this person could be a woman, I don't know. But for those of you where this is a man, I can see that maybe you didn't really want to get stuck in that gender role, because that, like, there is a lot of misogyny in the society, and it's kind of hard to see if something is just kindness or if it's someone being, misogynistic. So it can be hard to tell, and I feel like it's also hard to tell when I'm dealing with this person here, like when I'm listening to the channeling, and I feel like it could go both ways. I feel like this person was kind of offended that you didn't want their help in the beginning, and I feel like I feel like one of the reasons why they didn't like that was because they felt like you were trying too hard to fight the gender roles and fight the whole idea of men doing certain things and women doing other things, and that's okay, that it's somehow separate. But I feel like now this person is starting to see that you're not that you're not afraid of maybe going into the stereotypical gender role. So for whatever reason, I think, like, I know that it's maybe not true for all of you, because I'm sensing like a little bit of a split here. Like there's two different categories here, where for one of you, I feel like you're dealing with a man who is a little bit old schooled, a little bit misogynistic, and then for others of you, I feel like this person just wants to help people, and this person is just very eager to feel needed, and so they are looking for someone who is, you know, not afraid of asking for help, not afraid of showing weakness, because that means that they can play a role in your life and actually fill a gap, fill a hole, so that they feel like they have a purpose, you know? So I feel like for some of you, this person could be okay. For others of you, maybe be watchful of the subtle signs. And they might not even be that subtle, because I feel like if this person is misogynistic, this person would somehow, you know, like this person wouldn't be very good at hiding it. So yeah, maybe like, for instance, not because this is any way relevant to this, I don't know, but my mother, she experienced the other day that she went to a car mechanic, and it was because she had accidentally put gas in a diesel car. I know it's a stupid mistake, but she was kind of out of it because she was driving to the hospital to pick up my stepdad. So it was kind of, yeah, she was not really thinking straight. So she accidentally did that. And then when she came to the car mechanic said, "This will be the last time your husband allows you to fill up the tank." Like, as if she has to ask for permission to fill up the tank from her husband, that her husband had to, you know, like that's like, what year is this? Like, is this like the 1950s? Do women really have to ask permission to drive their car? Like, but I guess the subtle signs like that, like look out for something like that. If this person says something similar to that, like something where it's meant as a joke possibly, but it just comes across as very sexist. So just make sure you listen closely, especially listen to how this person talks about other women, because it doesn't have to be directed at you for it to be a red flag. It can still be a red flag if it's something they make fun of that their mom did or their sister did or something. Like, just pay attention, because you don't want to end up with someone like that, even though it could be an okay person. But it's just, and I feel like the problem here is that the person that you're asking about, if this person is working in a male-dominant field where there's only males at their workplace, like, then obviously there's going to be like some everyday, like, casual sexism going on, and that's just something that somehow happens, and we can't really fix that. That's sad, of course, that we can't. But what goes on in their workplace, that's their business, not ours. But of course, maybe this person has just heard other people at their workplace talk shit about women, and so this person might be a little bit suggestive to to other people, and like this person might adapt to people that they work with, their colleagues, their best friends. Like they might end up, yeah, they might end up adopting some of their lingo and end up saying some things that they think will be funny for you to hear, but obviously you're not the target audience. So just make sure you're not that, like, sometimes we can have like some kind of confirmation bias where if we have already set our mind to wanting our crush to be our soulmate, the one for us, then we might end up not noticing the signs that this person is maybe not, you know, not really right for us. And so we only see the things that are right for us without, and then we ignore all the red flags. And just make sure that you don't ignore those. So yeah, I'm gonna shuffle and see what the cards have to say, because obviously there is some good things here, because this person, like, you wanted to know if this person has feelings for you or how this person feels about you, and it seems that this person is starting to feel quite good about you. But there was a time where this person was, like, I feel like that is also, like, even though I said that we should ignore that, I just feel like we shouldn't ignore that completely, because I feel like this person might have, like, I don't know which one it is, but I think this person might have talked about you in the beginning when they first met you. They might have talked to one of their friends about you, and they might have said something like that you're a feminist, or that you are a pick-me girl, or something like that. And so now this person has changed their mind about that. They don't feel like you're that anymore. But the fact that this person used one of those terms, especially pick-me girl, I hate that. I feel like that's just a new way for men to hate on women. And it's like when women are stereotypically female, they get made fun of by men. And then if they are trying not to be stereotypically female, they also get made fun of by men. So we can't really win. It's like, how can a woman actually gain respect from men? It doesn't seem like there is a way, you know? So I feel like pick me girl is just another way. Like, I think it should be called pick on me girl. Like, it's just a way to pick on women. I feel like, well, maybe that was kind of cringe, but you know, it's still, I just don't like it. I feel like it's also very misunderstood, because I don't think pick me girls are actually trying to get attention from males. I think they're more just trying to gain respect from males, which is just, you know, common sense in a patriarchy, that women would try to adapt to the masculine ways, like try to adapt to their hobbies, and yeah, I don't know, but whatever. It's not what this reading is supposed to be about, but it seems like this person would say now that you're not a pick-me girl, and that would be a compliment to you. That this person would mean that as the biggest compliment, and maybe you should take it as such. I don't know, but feel like it's also weird that this person would use feminist as a bad term. And I feel like this person would. That this person also has something against feminism. Especially those where it's someone who's sexist. Because of course, that makes sense, you know. But I'm going to read this card. So, okay, two of Pentacles. This person is a bit of a dick. Okay, so yeah, this person is a dick. Okay. So I feel like maybe I was kind of reading this other half of the group as maybe this person is okay. Because maybe this person is not such a misogynistic prick, but I feel like, well, even though this person might not be, like, I think this person doesn't think they are. And they wouldn't, you know, like this person is not like full-blown Andrew Tate, but this person is just, you know, this person's probably the one using the pick-me girl thing and like calling themselves a nice guy and being like kind of like that and being like, oh, no women want a nice guy. They all just want someone who's going to treat them badly. And really, in all actuality, this person is the one who wants to treat them badly, but they just, you know, you know, it's kind of like when the cheater points the finger at all the others and tell you that everybody else is a cheater, but really they are the cheater. Like that, and that the serial killer is also the one who says that everybody else is one. But but everybody thinks that like it's projection. It's like we all believe that the thoughts that we have inside are somehow universal, and so we think that everybody else is the same way. The problem is when we have an abnormal way of thinking, then we might also believe that other people think abnormally as well, and that's just not really true because it's not the norm. But some people might be too narcissistic to be able to see that their way of thinking is actually not the right way. But yeah, I don't know if I'm being too hard on this person. I just feel like I'm not. And maybe some of you will think this right now, and I don't want to be so cocky to say that in the future you're gonna agree with me on this, but I'm gonna say this anyways. Okay, I feel like you're gonna agree with me in the future. You might not want to see this person in this light right now. You might feel like I'm being really tough on this person, but I think you're gonna understand in the future. And I don't care if that sounds cocky or not, because I just want you to know that I feel like this is not worthwhile. You would be wasting your time with this person. Because the Two of Pentacles is my usual dick card. Like it's usually a good indicator that someone is an asshole. So I feel like that's actually confirmation. But again, maybe I'm also like maybe I have some confirmation bias now that I'm so fixated on painting this person in a bad light. I don't know if I'm, but I just feel like this person is like, this person wants someone who's weak so that they can feel strong. They want someone small so they can feel big. And if you're not small enough, they're just gonna, you know, make you smaller and smaller. They're gonna make you more, like they're just gonna, you know, push you down. And I feel like this person would do that because I feel like this person is of the understanding that women are just, like, especially if you are a woman, then I think this person has the belief that women are only in the world to please men. That they're only here for that purpose and that purpose alone. That women are not supposed to be strong and independent. They're not supposed to be cocky. They're not supposed to talk back at you. They're supposed to be quiet, and they have to, like, blend in with the furniture. They have to be, like, in the background, not really being in the center of attention, and they have to be, you know, as insignificant as possible so that they don't take anything away from men. And the problem is that there are a lot of people who feel this way. A lot of men out there are stuck in the 1950s, and that's just the reality. And it's just gonna get worse and worse with the Andrew Tate thing. And I know that it's like, I feel like this is, I'm just not really feeling this is a good energy for you. I feel like this is but I'm gonna shuffle and see if there's anything more that the cards can contribute with. Maybe something about this person that could maybe lighten the reading, or maybe not, I don't know. Okay, 3 of Cups. Well, okay, if you think about it, if you look at the two of Pentacles here, this is a man who is, you know, like there's a wild horse here, and the man is pushing the, what's it called, the thing that the thing that you, I don't know the name of the thing that you put on a horse, but it's kind of like, yeah, this is not very comfortable for the horse, and it's a power move that the man is doing to get the horse tamed, to get it in check. And I feel like this person is the type of person who feels like the feelings that this person has for you is that this person is suddenly realizing that they can control you. That in the beginning they thought you were someone they could never imagine themselves getting control over, because you seem to be a little bit too independent for them. But now it seems like this person is starting to realize that there's something that they can grab onto and use to put you in the place where you belong. It's very icky. And that the place where you belong is, you know, well, being a mother, being a housewife, being like that, you belong in the kitchen in a way. Like I'm not sure if this is exactly what, but I feel like this person might see you more like a baby making machine, like that you're just someone that has a purpose, and the purpose that women have. And if you're a woman, then that is your only purpose, is to have children and be of service to the man. And this is also 3 of Cups, which is also indicative of an indicator that this person this person probably doesn't, this person is probably not the faithful type, because the Three of Cups is a kind of a third party situation. It's like, you know, well, there's three cups, three people within the relationship, and I think this person would maybe be the type of person who would have children with you, have you as a housewife, and then find a lover, you know. And I'm just saying this, I know I'm being very, very negative to the point where you're probably going to be, you know, commenting down below that this was a fucked up reading, that yeah, I know that. I know what you're going to say, and I know that it is what it is. I'm not going to worry about that, because I feel like this is my duty as a reader. I'm supposed to tell you that this person does not respect women. This person does not see women as equals to them. And yeah, I don't think any of you want to be in a relationship with someone who doesn't consider you as an equal. And yeah. And yeah, this person considers feminism to be a bad thing, and uses the word feminist as a bad word, and uses it as a way to talk down on women. And I think this person has this idea that all feminists are part of this whole this category where they are all just the same in this person's mind, and this person doesn't want to talk about feminism. I dare you to start talking about feminism with this person, just casually, just, you know, just talk about it, like try to find a way to make it as natural as possible, and see what this person says to that, because I'm quite sure that this person would tell you that they don't want to talk about feminism, and that they don't care, and that they are just going to get upset by that talk, so they don't want to have it. And I've met people like that. I've dated people like that, who had that same opinion, who didn't want to talk about feminism, didn't want to talk about anything resembling feminism. And yeah, it is a very toxic trait. So, and of course it is a sign that this person just doesn't want men and women to be equal. Like, they don't want to have mutual respect for each other, and so, and I think this person would even say that feminists are crazy, kind of, like, yeah. And I think that's kind of like gaslighting 101, to tell someone that is trying to get equal rights, which is very fair, you know, to want that, but tell that person that they are crazy for wanting that. It's icky. And I think we all should be feminists in a perfect world. I think we all love women, we all love equality, but I guess not everyone. And that's a red flag. So but yeah. Well, the Poet came out reversed, and it says, turns a lyric gift to negative or destructive effect. This person, like, I don't know if this is how they feel about you right now, because I don't think so, because at the moment they feel good about you, but I think they might have felt like in the past that you used your conversational skills to argue, or your argumentation skills to argue the wrong thing. I don't know if you have already had a political discussion with this person. If you did, you might have felt like you were getting somewhere with this person. Maybe you tried, like maybe you know that this person has an opinion that's like kind of fucked up about either feminism or something similar to that. And maybe you have already had this talk. And yeah, maybe this person, instead of listening to you, they might have acted like maybe at the last argument towards the end of the discussion, they might have agreed with you just to change the subject or something like that. But I think truly they felt like you were that you were talking smack, that you were just that you were using your, I don't know, that it's something about destructive effect, that you were using your words to create destruction by maybe talking about feminism, which this person believes is very destructive to the society as a whole, that women should not have power and women should not be equal to men, that would somehow create destruction in the world. And I don't know, it could also have been about something else politically, but still this person believed that your opinion was quite destructive. But it seems like this person has gotten to a point now where they somehow are ignoring what they felt in the beginning, and now they're starting to see another side of you, maybe because you showed vulnerability or showed insecurity, which I think this person enjoys when people are insecure, when women are insecure, when they talk openly about what they worry about and where they feel like they are like where they feel inadequate about certain things, and this person would like to hear about that, maybe because it hits a spot in them, like where they feel like that's like somehow that's yeah, it confirms something they believe about women to the anyways, so it makes sense to them that you would be insecure about that, or insecure about something. I don't know, that it's just, maybe it just plays into the weakness stuff. I don't know, that they like to show, like they don't like to show weakness. They like when women show weakness or something like that. I don't know. I'm rambling right now. I'm not really making so much sense at this moment, but I feel like the other things I said made sense. But yeah, I'm gonna end the reading here. Maybe I've been too, like, I know that you were asking about how they feel about you, and I'm gonna say they feel good about you. They feel like this connection is growing, that there's development in this connection, that you're getting closer to each other, and that this is a good sign that there's maybe a foundation here for something romantic. But just be watchful, because this person is a bit of a tool. And if you want to keep, like, if you want to date this person, then feel free. I can't, you know, make you do anything or not do anything, do this, but like just keep it in mind. So yeah, but I think that I'm gonna end the reading here. So thank you for watching and have a great day. And if you want a personal reading from me, check the description box below for more information on how to get one. And yeah, have a great day. Hello, group number 4. You chose the Miss Cleo's Tarot. And I'm going to start with some channeling, and then I'm going to shuffle the cards for you. So I'm going to do the channeling now. So Spirit, can you answer this question for group number 4, the people who will choose group number 4? How does group number 4's crush feel about group number 4? Okay, they feel good about you. But I am kind of getting a friendly vibe here more than a romantic vibe. I'm sorry to say that, but I feel like this person has mad respect for you, though. Like, I feel like this person really sees you as a great person, a person that they look up to in many ways because they want to be like you, because they see you as very tolerant, very patient, very, very calm and collected, that you're someone who's very at peace with yourself and very harmonious as a person, very in balance. And I think this person really likes your, like, I don't know how to describe this. It's just like you have something that makes people respect you because you keep your cool. Like, you're not someone who gets overly exaggerated over something. Like, you get, not exaggerated, sorry. Well, that could also be, but agitated, I meant, sorry, agitated. Like, you don't get, but I guess also exaggerated, because you're not someone who like, well, you can't use that word in that way, but I guess, like, this person feels like you don't need to be over the top. Like, you don't need to impress people, that you have like this feeling like you're good enough as you are, and that you're confident in yourself, and you're not trying to over compensate for whatever, like, or you're not, I don't know, like, you're not bragging about things that you've done, even though I think you have done a lot of great things in your life, a lot of things that have been hard to accomplish, but this person just feels like you're not the type of person who needs to constantly remind people how great you are, because you just know that you're great and you don't really care if everybody knows it at every point in time, like that you can just chill about it. And I think this person really likes that you don't that you don't come across as arrogant or overly confident, or like you just seem very mellow and chill and yeah. And that you also don't need to always talk. Like, and it's not like, it's not a bad thing that this person says this, even though it might come across that way. That, of course, when someone says that, oh, it's so nice that this person is not talking, like, that does sound like, a little bit, maybe, especially if you're a woman, it might sound a little bit misogynistic. But if, like, I don't think it's meant that way, and I'm not going to go down that road. because it's not like that at all with this person. This person just seems to like it when people can be quiet without being awkward about it. When people can just sit with each other in silence and feel good about that, and feel like it's not making them uncomfortable, and they feel that way about you, that you two can sit around completely quiet, and it's not awkward at all. And so yeah, I'm gonna shuffle and see what the cards have to say about how this person feels about you. The Hierophant. So this person sees you as religious or spiritual, and I think this person likes that about you. I think they like that it seems like you were, like, if you were brought up in a religious family, I think this person might think that that's the reason why you're so chill, why you're so why you can dwell in yourself, and why you don't have to constantly be someone you're not. That it might be because of your upbringing, that you are a pure person, and that you know that is your superpower, is that the purity you have, the authenticity, that you are a very genuine person, and you're not trying to be someone you're not. And I think you're very good at embracing who you are, and that I think that for whatever reason, I think this person might believe that it has something to do with your religious background, if you have one. If you don't, then maybe you have found religion later in life or something like that. But I feel like this person likes that about you. This person might feel like they don't completely concur, or like sometimes they might not really understand the religious part. Not about you, like not your religion. Like, it's not necessarily about your about your way of practicing religion. It's not about that. I think it's just about religion in general. This person might not understand what it's about, maybe because they weren't. I don't know if this person was brought up in a religious family. If they weren't, I think that would make sense, because I think this person feels like it's a bit of a foreign concept for them. They don't really understand the idea of believing in something bigger and believing that everything happens for a reason and that it's all fate and stuff like that. That might be a very foreign idea for this person, and they might not really understand how people can believe that completely. And maybe it's because this person has experienced some things in their life where they felt like this was not fate, this was misfortune, and that it was not meant to be. And maybe this person was kind of annoyed with people telling them that it was meant to be, that it happened for a reason, because this person felt like that was belittling or even a little bit disrespectful, because this person felt like the biggest trauma in their life had just happened, and they were very vulnerable. And then, like, you don't want to hear something like that when you're so deep into it, and when you can't see the light at the end of the tunnel. Then it is a little bit like someone giving you the middle finger. Like, it is kind of like that when someone pushes fate on you and tells you that oh yeah, your father died, it was just it just happened for a reason. It must have been like fate. Like no, it's not. That's not it. And and I think that's one of the things that might have made this person distance themselves from religion, because of religious people. Like that, maybe some of the religious people that they knew were rather annoying, but I don't think this person finds you to be annoying. They find you to be one of the tolerable ones, the ones that I think this person likes you and likes the way that you the way you practice religion, because it makes more sense to them. But yeah, I think that's I'm going to shuffle a little bit more. Ten of Swords reversed. Okay, this person feels like you're someone who could potentially heal them. That you have a very healing energy, and that I think this person really likes being around you, because they feel like when they are around you, they feel at peace. They feel like they can be completely themselves. They feel like they can be calm, they can be silent, they can be whoever they want to be, and it would be okay to you, and you would understand them. And I think this person feels a lot of pressure around other people, where they feel like they have to either be one way or the other. And I think they just like that you're very open and you're very understanding. And I think they feel like when they look into your eyes, they feel like the eyes that they meet, they feel like they feel like you can see them for who they are. That you don't see past them, you see directly into their soul. And I think this person really likes that they feel noticed. They feel like you notice if something is wrong, if something is off. You see it before anybody else can see it, even before their parents can see it, before their siblings can see it. It seems like you can see things that other people can't see, and that is something this person really likes about you and finds very special about you. Why this person feels like this is, like, I don't know why this person feels like this is a more friendly connection, because from what I'm gathering, it doesn't sound friendly at all. I feel like this is a good foundation for a romantic relationship, but again, it's not for me to decide, of course. So I don't know why this person is hesitant. It could be the religious factor. If you are religious, it could still be a trigger, even though they feel like you're not one of the people who have used religion in an unfortunate way towards him or her. That it's just a big stigma still. Like I feel like it. This person might just feel like God turned his back on him or her. I don't know the gender of this person. I know, but that this person feels like they were. yeah, they feel like God turned their back on them, and they don't know how to deal with that and how to justify religion after everything that has happened in their life. Like that they feel like they can't. They can't deal with that. It is a big trigger. And I think it might be the only reason why this person keeps you in the friend zone, which is very, very unfortunate. I know, and of course you can't turn back time and change this, and I don't think you should, because obviously you're a very authentic, genuine person, and the only way you would ever have built this connection with this person would have only been if you were completely honest with them, and that's the ground for this relationship. That's the foundation. And so if you had lied about your religion to them in the beginning, then you wouldn't have formed such a deep connection with them to begin with, because it's a part of your honesty. So I'm going to shuffle and see what the cards have to say about how your crush feels about you. Temperance. They feel like you're a very balanced person, very harmonious, very modest as well, and very unselfish, that you're not competing against others, you're working with others for the same purpose, like that you're never trying to, like you never get threatened by others, like you're the type of person who would want to share information and knowledge with others, even if those people could use it and take credit for it, even though you came up with it. Like you seem like this person sees you that way. I don't know if it's completely true. Maybe you keep some things to yourself, some things that you just want yourself to know, like where you don't want others to know it. Maybe because you don't want people to copy it or something. But I think usually you're very open, very honest. You tell people everything you know, and you're not someone who sits on information, even if it could give you an advantage against your competitors. But I just think you're not someone who's in competition against others. You might find competitions to be kind of silly, because the purpose should always be to better the world and make the world a better place, and it doesn't matter who wins and who loses. And I think this person likes that you're a very wholesome person, very, very wholesome, very genuine. You're someone who's good at seeing the bigger picture. But I'm going to shuffle a little bit more about how he feels, how this person, he or she, feels about you. I'm going to actually go with these archetype cards just to see if there's anything more about how this person, how your crush feels about you. Mediator reversed. Okay. I don't know. The shadow attribute, which is going to be what I'm going to read here, because it came out reversed. It says, negotiating with an ulterior motive or hidden agenda, either personally or professionally. I guess this person might feel like you have that you sometimes like that, and that it just doesn't make sense. But maybe it might have happened in terms of like maybe you were flirting with this person at some point where, or maybe you have been very eager to meet up with this person or talk to this person, and maybe this person could see through it, like especially if you might have used something else as an excuse to get closer to this person. Like maybe you asked this person out, but you might have hidden the part where this was kind of a date, but you might not have wanted them to know that it was a date because you were not sure if they wanted to date you, so you might have called it something else. And maybe this person felt like that was an ulterior motive, that you had an agenda with it, that you were maybe more interested in getting to know this person due to your intentions of forming a romantic connection with them. And maybe they felt like if you didn't have that motivation, maybe you wouldn't be that keen on meeting up with this person all the time. I don't know if it's all the time, but maybe this person has felt like there was something brewing. And so I don't know if I'm gonna shuffle a little bit more about how this person feels about you romantically. King of Cups. Okay, so like I don't know, like this person is so hard to figure out, because it's like, well, with the King of Cups, that's a good card. It suggests that this person has romantic feelings. But I think this person is at a point in their life where they are more keen on keeping this friendly, keeping this a friendship, like a friendly connection, because this person might have certain precautions due to maybe their past, like their past relationships or their past traumas. Like they might have been shaped by a lot of things that has happened in their life, and I think this person doesn't want to like this. I don't know what this person is afraid of, because it seems like this person is afraid of something, but I don't know what it is, because there's nothing frightening about this connection. I feel like this person actually finds you very nice and comfortable to be around. They like being around you. They feel like you have a healing energy. They feel like you two can be together even though there's silence between you two, and it's not awkward silence. It's just like you two can just be peaceful together, and that this person likes that so much. And they feel like you know them, and they feel like they see it in your eyes. They see that you can see them, and there's so much good here. And the King of Cups is also a confirmation that there is something very beautiful here. I'm just like, I don't know why I felt in the channeling that this person was more seeing it as a friendly connection. I don't know if this person has health issues as well. I don't know if maybe it's genetically, maybe they are genetically prone to something. Like it could be, like maybe that is what one of their, like if one of their parents have passed away, this person might be afraid that they might have the same gene, that they could develop the same illness, the same type of cancer, or the same the same illness, and maybe they are afraid of getting committed to another person while they don't know if they have a future or not. Like, I don't know why this is so dark. I don't think that, like, I just feel like this person is on the fence when it comes to love in general. It's not just you, because I feel like this person actually sees you as a very special person in their life, and very possibly the person that they are closest to actually having, like, you know, true feelings for. And I think they have, but it's like they are not really at a place where they would admit to that, but they would definitely put you as the closest person to being someone they could see themselves in a relationship with, but they just can't see themselves in a relationship with anyone, maybe because of their own mortality or something like that. I don't know what it is. I can't really tell what this person is afraid of, but there is a fear here. Okay, so I'm going to shuffle some of these Gypsy Oracle cards just to get a little bit more information about how your crush feels about you. Okay. With the Journey card, they see you as someone they want to go on a journey with. They see you as someone who, they see you as someone they could actually, like, have a lot of fun with as well. And they see you as someone who is adventurous and someone who has an appetite for life. That you're not afraid of, you know, doing something that's outside your comfort zone. Like that you seem to be someone who takes every day as like a new day, and like you just seize the day, and I think this person likes that you seem to live day by day. Maybe it's like with the old woman here. I don't know what that is about. But maybe maybe instead of seeing it as the old woman, I know it's not very flattering, especially if you're a woman. If you're not a woman, if you're a man, then this person might feel like they are, like if you're asking about a woman here, so if this reading is, if your crush is a woman, then maybe she feels like she's old, or that she's maybe too old for you. If you're the woman and your crush is a man, then maybe this person feels like you're, like if you're the one who's older than this person, and then the person that you're asking about, maybe they feel like you're that you're too old. Like I know that it's not flattering. I know, but maybe they feel like the age difference is a problem. Maybe because they are so afraid of people dying. It could be that, like, because there was something about mortality. And if you're, like, for instance, if you're 10 years older than this person, even though there's a very good likelihood of you ending up, you know, becoming like older than them, like or like that this person could die before you, and it's very likely if you're a woman and he's a man. But maybe this person is at a point where, like, this person might have lost so many people in their life and gone to so many funerals that this person is afraid of going to another one, and so they might want to marry someone younger than them, so that, and that's actually quite selfish, to want to be with a person who is going to go to their funeral instead of them going to like that they would it's I don't know if it's selfish or not, but I just feel like there's something about the age difference that this person is precautious about, I guess. And if it's you if you're 10 years younger than this person, it might be unselfish. Maybe they are afraid that they are going to die before you, and then they are going to leave you alone in the world or whatever. You're not going to be alone, but it's like they might have, yeah, this person might have some doomsday thoughts, not literally, but like very very dark thoughts about the future, and it might discourage them to actually commit to someone because they constantly find reasons not to. They might also be the type of person who doesn't want children because they don't want to put children in a terrible world. That this person is kind of dark and maybe a little bit depressed. It could just be depression talking. So it might not be anything else than that. But with the old woman here, it could also just mean that this person perceives you as very mature. If you're a woman, they might see you as the mature one, that you have a maturity about you that is very that's very respectable. But maybe they feel like they are still a little bit, like they are maybe not ready for anything serious at this point. Like even though they might have been in a relationship in the past, but I feel like they don't see themselves as ready for whatever reason. They're not really ready to commit. They're not really ready to get to. And I think that's maybe why they are frightened as well, like why they're frightened about getting close to you, because I think this person might see this as so serious, like that it's getting quite serious. You're getting quite close to them, and they are starting to feel like they can see a future with you. They can see like a life with you where you two would just wake up to each other every morning. And I think this person is growing on that thought. Like the thought is growing on them. Like and I think that's somehow scary to them, to get to that point. Because it means that they need to let go of something. They need to let go of their freedom. They need to let go of their life as it is right now. because everything changes when you get in a relationship. And maybe if this person is someone who doesn't like change, maybe because of their past traumas, if they had a very bumpy upbringing where everything was kind of unknown, where this person might have like moved around a lot and never really settled down, it might be hard for this person to, you know, give up on the restlessness, because that's what they are accustomed to. They know that feeling. It's very familiar to them to feel restless, to feel like every year or every 3 years they have to move, because they get to a point where they feel claustrophobic in the place where they are living. Like they can't live too long in the same place, because they start knowing everyone around. They start getting close to the neighbors. Then like their life gets really small. Like it's more like, or their private life, like their private sphere, it shrinks into nothing, where they don't feel like they can be themselves anywhere, because, and that's the thing, like they can't feel like they can be themselves when they are too close to a lot of people. When a lot of people know them for who they are, then they feel like they can't be themselves. And that's maybe also what they, and it's kind of like a double thing, where it's kind of contradictory. It doesn't make sense, but I think this person feels like when they are around you, you know them, you see them, and they feel like this connection is very strong, and but they might feel like then they can't be private in a relationship where you know everything about them. Then they can't keep something hidden. Then they can't be anonymous. And I think this person enjoys the anonymity. And I think this is why they move around, because they like to move to a new place and reinvent themselves, become a new person, feel like everybody knows them as this new person. So suddenly that is their identity, and they are completely in control over their own identity when they move around to a new place where they can start from scratch in forming this identity. But it's like what this person is maybe afraid of in this connection is not, well, it's not about getting close to you or getting too close or whatever. It's about you knowing who they are right now, because then they can't escape who they are right now. If you know too much about them, they can't erase your memory and meet you for the first time and build like a new connection with you, where they are another person, and like, so they can't reinvent themselves while in a relationship with someone who knows who they were before. If that makes sense. This person is very rootless. I think that's not restless, rootless. Like I used rootless. I used restless before. It's the same thing, kind of. It's not like these two things are that far away from each other. But like this person is not rooted in their identity, and so they need to try things out, see what fits. Suddenly the glove fits in the beginning, suddenly it doesn't anymore. Like they grow quite tired of themselves quite easily, and I don't know exactly what's going on. Of course, it can just be that this person had a traumatic childhood, and that might have made this person develop some kind of identity disorder, or like a problem with defining themselves and finding a way to be authentically themselves, because they always had to play a role, always had to be adaptive to their environment. So they were always a different person around their mother, and a different person around their father, and a different person around their teachers, and like that they always had to adapt so that they wouldn't get any trouble, because they knew that trouble was gonna get them hurt, maybe because they might have had parents who didn't want anybody to know what was going on in the household. So this person had to be a good actor out in the world outside the home. And I don't know. Especially if this person was embarrassed by something at home, or felt like they had to hide something, like maybe this person might have had a father who wasn't in the picture. For instance, in the beginning of their life, they didn't have a father. Or I know this is very specific, so this is just an example. I know that it's probably going to resonate with one of you, but for the rest of you, this is just an example. It might be a little bit different for all of you, but this person might have had a father who was not around, who abandoned them when they were a kid. But then this person, when they were a kid, they didn't want to tell the other kids that their father had abandoned them. So they might have made up all these stories about how their father was in the military, or how their father was, like something big and great, and like that. This person might have made up all these stories about their life so that people didn't know what was actually going on. And I think this might be something they are still kind of doing, where they want to, and maybe they realized back then that the best way to do this was to move around, because every time their parents or their mother moved them to another school, they could start over. They could find another, like a new way to, like a new lie, like a new thing that they could say about their family, or like and I think, like, even though it is I know it's a lot of baggage, but I think this person might still have that need to reinvent themselves. They need to be anonymous so that they can be in control over their own narrative, so that they don't feel out of control, like where they don't feel like when they feel like everything is defining them, everything that's happening to them that they are not in control over, when they feel like all that is defining them as a person, they just want to disappear and start over and create a new narrative that they can be completely in control over. And I don't know, I think this person has some issues, but they seem to be very close to you. They feel strongly about you, but I don't know if they will ever, I feel like this person needs a lot of therapy before they can get to a point where they could be a good husband or wife. Like they have certain things that are just not very easy to work with. And I think this person could also end up repeating some patterns that they grew up with, like moving around and stuff like that. This person might not understand what a big impact that had on them, when they were younger, and so they might end up doing the same thing to their children, where they would want to move around and wouldn't see the big issue in moving around and how that is actually affecting the child in a negative way. And I think that that's something you need to just like think about a little bit, that this person has a lot of baggage that needs to be dealt with, and that could also be a contributing factor to why this person might reject you if you asked them if they wanted to be in a relationship with you, that this person would be would be indecisive about that. I don't know if this person would reject you directly. They would just say that, I feel like they would more likely say that they need a little bit more time to think about it, and then they will keep thinking about it for a long time, and then they won't really give you a clear answer. They will just keep you in this limbo, and then they might disappear. All of a sudden, they might be gone without giving you an answer, without even telling you where they're going. So I'm just saying that this, just, yeah, but it seems like this person does have feelings for you. So yeah, but this is all I have for you, group number 4. I hope this reading was helpful, and if you want a personal reading from me, check the description box below for more information on how to get one. And have a great day, and bye. Hello, group number 5. You chose the Tarot Cats tarot deck, and I'm going to start with some channeling, and then I'm going to shuffle the cards for you. So I'm going to do the channeling now. So Spirit, can you answer this question for group number 5, the people who will choose group number 5? How does group number 5's crush feel about group number 5? Okay, so it seems like this person knows that you're interested in them. They know that you have feelings for them. I don't know how they know. I don't know if it's something you told them, or if it's something they were told by someone else. I don't know how this person knows. But I think the fact that they know has changed how they feel about you, which is kind of juvenile, but yeah, okay. So this person might have lost interest in you when they realized that you liked them back. So, you know, then it wasn't interesting anymore. Because I think this person is into the chase. Like, they like to chase someone. They like to be the one in charge, maybe, of chasing, and they don't like it when they are being chased, or something like that. Or it's just like, you know, when a kid wants a toy, you know, and like they really want it really badly, and then when they get it, they don't want it anymore. Like, it was just because, like, when they didn't have it, it was really interesting, but, you know, there's no challenge, no conquering when the prey is not fighting back. Okay, well, no, it's not like that. It's not like that. Well, maybe it is, but I don't know. Like, no, I don't think this person is a predator, but I think this person is someone who gets bored easily when things are too straightforward, too easy. I think this person would rather chase people who are not into them. Maybe it's because this person has commitment issues. They might not want something that's too serious, so they are constantly looking for they're looking for candidates who are not actually candidates, who are more like the opposite of that. So they might be looking for people who are in relationships, or people who are, you know, just unavailable. This person is into unavailable people, and that's their type, I think. So yeah. And since you're not unavailable, you're maybe not interesting enough. So, okay. I'm going to shuffle and see what the cards have to say about how your crush feels about you. Okay. So with the High Priestess here, I don't know what this is about. I'm kind of getting a little bit of everything here. Like there's a different, there's some different energies, some different messages coming through, and I feel like, well, for some of you, this person might like this part. If this person is actually, like, if this person is married. I know this is very specific for very few of you, because I wasn't really getting that at all in the channeling, but it kind of makes sense. So if this person is married, if this person is currently in a relationship, married or not, if this person has a boyfriend or a girlfriend, then maybe this person didn't like it when they found out from a different source, like an outside source, that you were into them, and you were interested in them. They didn't like that they heard that they might have heard that from someone else, because then they know that it has slipped out. And then they can't trust you to keep it a secret, because it needs to be a secret. But if this person knows that it hasn't been kept a secret, then this person might have lost all interest in you. They might have had interest in you where they might have made a pass at you, even though they were in a relationship, and maybe you were kind of interested. But I think this person was always intending this on being a secret relationship, if that's the case, if this person is in a relationship already. So if you had some hopes that this person would leave their partner and start a new life with you, that's not what they were intending. So I know that's specific for some of you, but so it's not for all of you. But yeah, so that's what I'm getting from the High Priestess, because it is a card of secrecy. It's a card of like delicacy and keeping things in the dark. So I think this person didn't like that the truth came out, or that there's a potential for the truth to come out. So with a Death card, well, I think this person feels like the connection that you had, it is maybe a little bit dead now. Like the spark that was there in the beginning is not there anymore, and it's because this person either has become bored of this connection, because they know that they can have you, and what's the fun in that? If they can just have you, then it's not a conquering. That could be it, or or this person feels like they would have wanted it to be a secret connection, and then like they know that you talk to other people, which you are allowed to, because this person did not emphasize that this was supposed to be a secret. So I think there's just something here that might have triggered them to take a step back. But it seems like the reasons are very juvenile, very immature, and I just don't think they are valid in any way. And I think either way, I don't think that this person had good intentions to begin with. I feel like there's something wrong here with this person's moral compass. Like that, it's like this person doesn't quite realize when they are doing something bad. Because I feel like either this person wanted to chase you without you wanting it, which is a little bit rapey, or this person would want it a secret, which is very disrespectful and especially if this person is not in a relationship with someone else but still wanted it to be a secret, this connection between you two, like that. Why keep that a secret? What's their agenda? Unless they don't want all the people that this person has been flirting with to talk to each other and then realize that they are all maybe getting the same treatment from this person, where this person is acting like it's special treatment to everyone, but it's actually not. I don't know. Like I feel like this person, like there's something brewing here. Like it's like this person has a hidden agenda. Like there's, I'm not sure if I'm not sure if I'm a fan of this energy, and I can positively say that this person, like you asked how this person feels about you, and I'm quite certain that that if this person was, like I don't think this person is I don't think they are able to have feelings for another person. Not in that sense, not in the romantic sense where, like, in order to have a romantic connection, you have to be able to sacrifice something to the other person. You have to be able to give something in order to take something. Like that it's not, like it can't be on their terms, everything. And I think that is what they want. They want everything to be on their terms. And so I don't think this person has feelings for you, because this person doesn't seem to have the capacity, like they're not capable of those feelings. So, but if they were, I think again, it's a problem where it's a game for this person, and I'm not sure if you're playing this game, and I don't think you should. And I think that's like this is I think this is about, like, this person doesn't realize how serious it is, like that people's feelings are very delicate, and it's not something that we play around with. It's not something that we can just, go back and forth with and leave someone in limbo, where someone just has to sacrifice their whole life for this person just so that this person can reject them after they have lost everything. Like, that's kind of the energy, like that this person would take. Like, I don't know, like this person is not devious. I don't think so. I just think this person lacks feelings. Like, I don't think this person has feelings. I think this person lacks empathy, and as long as this person can't really imagine themselves in other people's shoes, they don't really realize the consequences that their own actions have on other people. And that's not a good energy to get into. And so with the Four of Wands reversed, this means that there is a, like, this relationship is not a cause for celebration. This connection here is not something to be celebrated. It's something that needs to, this is not something that would, I don't think this connection is fruitful. This is also about the harvest and about, the overload of fruit that comes after the harvest, and having a feast after the harvest, having a celebration after the harvest, because and I think that's just not happening here with this card being reversed. It's like there's no fruit here. This person is not, like, this person is an empty field. And I think this person does not want anything to grow on this field. And I don't think they are watering the field anyway. So there's nothing, there's nothing, of course you don't water a field necessarily, but it's just that there needs something for things, like, in order to make something grow, you need to put in an effort. And this person is not willing to put in an effort to make it work, but they do like to chase people who are not interested in them. And that's why, because that keeps the field empty. And they want their field empty because they don't want anything to grow there. It's like it's an unwanted area for, like, they don't want people there. And I think it's also because they want to keep their options open. If they started growing something with one person, if they started, like, planting a seed into their empty field, like, where that seed would be yours, like if they planted you in there, and then they grew the connection with you a little bit, then they would feel like they would feel like nothing else could grow on that field. Then they have, like, somehow boxed themselves in and made them, like, that makes them feel claustrophobic, because it feels like now they have made a decision and they have to stick to it. And I think that's maybe also why they didn't like it when it slipped out. Because when people hear that you two have a good connection, they start believing that. And then if this person starts flirting with another person, then this person is doomed as a cheater and as someone who's just a fuckboy who's playing the field. Or fuck girl if this is a woman. But you know that this person doesn't want to. Doesn't want to be stuck with one person, so they just don't build anything with anyone. They don't. They just go through the first phase, and then, like, when it gets too serious, they run away because they don't want to, they don't, I don't know what this is about. I feel like it's just commitment issues. This person is not ready to commit. This person is kind of immature very focused on their freedom to do whatever and to keep their options open and to like, and I think this person has some fear of missing out, where I don't think this person wants to miss out on the love of their life if that person would come around. That this person is afraid of settling for someone who might not be perfect for them, but like in case someone who's completely perfect for them comes along, and then they would have to be, you know, a cheater, or like they wouldn't have to be, but they would feel like they had to be, or that they would be considered like the villain because they broke up for the sake of running away with someone else. And I think this person is just afraid of making the wrong decision, and so they keep chasing people who don't want them, because that is a low risk activity where they are not in any risk of anything serious building up, because, you know, it's, yeah, so it's, and if this person actually is in a relationship right now, it just seems like they don't want that to end, but they still want something on the side, you know. They still have a fear of missing out on their youth, or on getting some sexual experiences that they might feel like they can't have because they're in a relationship, but they might be able to have it if they do it in secret. And maybe they even have some kind of messed up way of thinking about it, where they feel like they're actually doing their partner a favor, because when they when they're like when they are, you know, getting that out of their system now, they can be a much more faithful husband or wife in the future, which makes no sense, you know. But I think that's how this person sees it. And so if you weren't secretive enough about this, then this person is afraid that this is not something they can have with you. Like, they can't have a connection with you that's like a sexual connection, because then would be too much of a risk of getting caught, and that's not what they're interested in. So either way, it seems like this person is not very I don't know what's the word for it. Like, this person is just a little bit unethical. I feel like that's maybe an understatement, but, you know, I feel like there's just, of course, you have a crush on this person for a reason. And I think this person is also, you know, charming and interesting in many ways, but just don't, I don't think this is a good idea. And I actually don't think this person would be interested, because they somehow have lost interest in this connection, because of it being a high risk connection for them. They have something to lose here. They can't risk it. It seems that way, at least. And yeah. So that's what I have for you. Group number 5. I hope this reading was helpful, and if it was, please subscribe to my channel. And if you want a personal reading from me, check the description box below for more information on how to get one. And have a great day, and bye. Hello, group number 6. You chose the Alcohol Tarot, and I'm going to start with some channeling, and then I'm going to shuffle the cards for you. So I'm going to do the channeling now. So Spirit, can you answer this question for group number 6, the people who will choose group number 6? How does group number 6's crush feel about group number 6? How does a person that group number 6 has a crush on feel about group number 6? Okay, they feel quite happy thinking about you. You make them feel happy. You make them feel joyful, and they want to smile when you're around. You put a smile on their face. There's something about you that just makes them really excited, and they're excited to see you when they see you, like when you walk down the hallway or whatever, I don't know, like they see you and they just instantly smile, and they just feel good when they see you, like, and so they feel good in your company. They feel like you're very entertaining, maybe also, like I feel like this person finds you very funny, and I think this person feels connected to you because you both have the same sense of humor. You both laugh at the same jokes. And you might also watch the same TV shows or something like that, or the same movies. And I think you might have bonded over that. And I think this person likes that you two have the same taste in TV shows and movies, and that it also seems to be a good sign that you both like the same things. You both have the same, like, in many ways have the same, yeah, I guess just sense of humor. But I've repeated that a few times, so I'm just going to stop repeating that. I'm not going to find new ways to say the same thing. So yeah, but I think this person likes that you have a little bit of a dark humor as well, that you're a little bit sarcastic, and that you might also have some banter with this person, which I think that they like about, like they like this about you, that you're not afraid of saying something to them that you might not dare to say to other people, like you wouldn't say that to anyone else, and they know that this is inside jokes. This is something that you only say to them, and and you know that they get it. You trust that they will understand that it's a joke, that it's not meant to be taken seriously. And I think this person likes that you trust them on that front, that you dare to say something controversial to them, knowing that they won't, make a big deal out of it. And I think that this person feels like it's quite funny that other people around you, like they take it seriously, they take it literally, and they think that you two are fighting, and that you two are villains, or like that you're like in a feud with each other, that you're not actually friends. And I think this person finds that funny. I'm going to shuffle and see what the cards have to say about how your crush feels about you. Okay, with the Page of Spirits reversed. So this person might feel that sometimes they're not quite sure if you're joking or not. Like, I think they like it that you trust them so much, that you're so comfortable around them that you can make controversial jokes. But I think when it's about this connection, like when you say something, when you make a joke about the connection, this person might sometimes be a little bit confused, or they might not be completely certain that it's a joke. Maybe you have said something to them that maybe you've said that you're not friends or something like that, or maybe I don't know how you said it, or maybe you said it in a joking way where it was just sarcastic, because obviously you are, and maybe you were just maybe making fun of someone else for saying something like that, and I don't know, but I think this person sometimes feels like you're not actually that into them, like that. And maybe also when it comes to whether this is a friendship or a romantic connection, this person might be a little bit confused, because sometimes they feel like this is a romantic connection. Other times the communication is not very clear, and they feel like they might have misunderstood something you said, and they might feel like you got mad at them for something that they said, and maybe there was some kind of fight between you and this person. And I'm not going to go into the specifics, or, well, I am. I'm going to give an example. I feel like this is going to resonate with one of you. I know it's not going to resonate directly with all of you, but I feel like many of you have had a similar conversation with them, where I think the example that's coming through is that maybe you said to this person as a joke that you two are not friends or something, and this person might have taken that literally, so they might have unfriended you on Facebook, because they thought, well, obviously you two are not friends, so they might as well just unfriend you. So, and maybe you got mad that they unfriended you on Facebook because it was a joke. And so there might have been like some kind of fight between you two because of this misunderstanding. I know it's a very specific scenario, but I feel like there might have been some kind of fight between you two because of a misunderstanding. And I think this person has a hard time figuring out if you're romantically interested. Maybe because you have also called this person friend, or like maybe you've called this person buddy or friend, or something similar to that, where this person might have read too much into that, because sometimes we just say that, or like instead of, especially when it's not established, like when the romantic connection is not established, then it might be a way to kind of, I don't know, like maybe you didn't want them to know that you were romantically interested. Maybe you didn't want them to know because you were afraid that they didn't feel the same way. So you might have been walking on eggshells, making sure that this person didn't have a clue that you were into them, and this person noticed. And so this person might have thought either way, like either you don't want them to know that you're into them, or you're not into them and you're trying really hard to make them understand that you're not into them. That it could be both, and this person is probably a little bit afraid of making an assumption in this, because it would be quite awkward if they were wrong. So, but I think this person wants it to be romantic. They find you very funny, they like you, they smile whenever they see you. You already have inside jokes, and you're already very comfortable around each other. And I feel like there is a lot of good things going on here. But of course, I don't know, like I understand why this person would maybe misinterpret it as only a friendship, because I think this person has been reading the signs, because that's something they have probably been told that they have to do, like that they have to be like, yeah, that they shouldn't assume anything based on, you know, yeah, I think this person, I don't know, like, so, okay, so with the Temperance reversed, I think this person feels like this connection is a little bit imbalanced. And it might be because they feel like well, maybe they feel like they have a romantic interest in you, and maybe they feel like you don't have the same. And so maybe that's the imbalance that they are feeling, that it seems like you're not completely on the same page. And I feel like it's that way around. I don't think it's the other way around. I'm definitely not sensing that at all. So I think that it's more like this person feels like you're an enigma for them. They can't figure you out. And it's making them uncomfortable, and it's making them feel like sometimes you're even saying something that confirms their belief that you see this as only a friendship. And so they believe that, obviously. They yeah, so I feel like maybe don't say that to them, like don't call them them your friend, like don't say friend to them, don't say buddy, don't say don't even say dude or something like that, even though that's okay to say. But maybe that could also make them feel like you just see them as one of the dudes, you know, that they're not the main dude, they're just a dude, you know. I don't know if that makes sense. I feel like there's maybe also an imbalance because one of you are an extrovert, whereas the other is an introvert, and maybe this person feels like the extrovert is maybe the one who has an advantage and should actually use that advantage, especially if you are the extrovert. And like if you're the extrovert, then this person might feel like since you're extroverted, you should take charge of like choosing whether this connection should be a romantic connection or a friendship connection, because you have the upper hand, you're better at communicating, you're better at taking charge or saying something that is, you know, slightly controversial, or ending up, you know, making an assumption that like that you can handle it a little bit more than this person can, or something like that, that you don't seem to have social anxiety. And maybe this person has social anxiety, so that could be why they are a little bit afraid of getting into a situation where they would have to try to tangle themselves, like detangle themselves out of the out of the situation, like trying to figure out a way to talk themselves out of it and find, like, I feel like this person feels like if you asked this person on a date and this person said that they don't feel the same way, like like this, I'm just saying that this is just like hypothetically, like that if this person's like, if that happened, this person feels like you could just talk yourself out of it. You could just say, oh, that was just a test, or like that was not that, like that you would find like some way to, like, I know that's a terrible way to, like, I'm not good at thinking on the spot here, so I'm not the best one at trying to mimic this, because I just feel like this person sees you as someone who's good at coming up with an excuse or finding a way to get yourself out of a pickle if you got yourself into it. Like that this person, like if this person asked you out and you rejected them, they would just crawl into themselves and want to disappear, and they would probably, you know, move to Costa Rica and just live there for the rest of their life. And they would, like that, they can't cope with that, where this person somehow sees you as someone who's better at just saying whatever, you know, who cares, and that maybe that, like in this person's mind, that justifies why they feel like you should be the one making the first move. I don't think it justifies it. I think it's like this person is just too chicken shit to do it, and that's something they should, like, that's their problem. Like they should figure that out. Like they shouldn't just smear it all over you and say that you just take that chore, like that, and that's not how it's supposed to be. Like I feel like that's okay. So with the 5 of Beers, which is 5 of Wands, reversed, 5 of Wands reversed. So this person feels like you're very unproblematic. So in many ways, this person feels like you're easy to talk to, you're easy to get along with, you're not argumentative, you're very, like, you're someone who's very delightful. Like you're a joy to be around because you don't take everything too seriously, and you don't expect everybody else to take things seriously as well, and you don't take yourself too seriously. You don't you're not afraid of making yourself the butt of the joke, and that you're good at, you know, self-deprecating humor, and you're not afraid of putting yourself in a position where it could potentially be a little bit awkward if people don't get the joke or something like that. But you're more like, I think this person just likes your confidence, that and that you're just very funny, and so you have a reason to be confident because you're so funny. So with the Sun here reversed, well, I feel like there's, okay, this is kind of like my thought process here put me in a weird place, but I guess I'm just going to tell you what I'm thinking right now. So with the Sun reverse, when the Sun is upright, the Sun is actually quite unhappy. The Sun is shining a lot of happiness out, but it's kind of like it's draining the Sun from happiness by always being the one who has to make everybody happy. But it came out reversed. So I think this person feels like you're the type of person who you're happy, and the happiness that you have, like, it shines through on everybody else, but it doesn't take anything away from you. That you're making other people happy, like that you're doing it in a way where you. But I was actually also going in a different direction in my mind, so I was just like kind of making a little bit more of a sugar-coated version there. But okay, so I'm going to go with the version that I had in my head, and that was that you're maybe the most happy when other people are miserable, not in a bad way, you know, like that. It's more like this person might feel like you might sometimes have a tendency to make fun of others. And I think this person likes that because they like to be a part of it, because it's funny. Like, it's like this person can they can picture a future with you where you two are just, you know, sitting at home in front of the TV and just making fun of everybody on the news, and like making fun of people's hair and making fun of how they talk, or making fun of, like, where it's kind of nasty and mean, but it's funny because you can just have it like in privacy where nobody needs to hear it, where you can just have it on your own, and that's just yours. Nobody's gonna judge you because nobody will witness it, and it's just going to be some inside joke that you have with each other, and that this person can see that they would have a lot of fun with you, that every day would be a little bit brighter, and also a little bit meaner, and a little bit but I think this person considers that to be the ideal relationship, where you can be like where you can be nasty and mean, and like I don't know, like I don't know what is it, like it's not wholesome, but it kind of is. I kind of dig this. I don't know if that's because, like, I grew up with parents who were this way, like they were making fun of everybody on the news, and it was hilarious because they did it in a very hilarious way, and of course maybe it wasn't very nice, and of course when like I guess it's not a good way to raise children in an environment where casual bullying is considered okay, or like that. I don't know if it's good or bad, but I feel like there is something charming about it, and I think every relationship has that. Like let's be real, and this is just it is very normal. Sadly, of course, in a perfect world, we wouldn't have to make fun of other people in order to get a laugh. But it's not a perfect world, so, you know, of course we can make it more perfect by starting with ourselves and changing that about ourselves, and start looking at the world with more tender eyes, and be a little bit more understanding of all, and more tolerant of everyone. But I don't know, like it's not very funny, is it? And I don't know, it's I don't know, like maybe I'm completely wrong, and maybe all of you will feel like maybe I don't know if I'm wrong about this. Maybe I'm just expecting that everybody else thinks the same way as I do, or everybody else has grown up in the same environment as I have, and so maybe I just assume that everybody has had the same experience as me, since I grew up with parents who were like this. I don't know, maybe I'm projecting, maybe I'm not really the one who should be talking about this, but I feel like this is, like, I see the potential in this relationship. I'm just going to say that, because I feel like there's something quite cute about this. Of course, my parents divorced, so I don't know if that's a good, you know, a good example to come up with. But, you know, I don't think it was that. I don't think it, like, well, there was another, like, there was different reasons for that. But alcoholism was a part of it. So maybe if this person is, like, maybe if you can tell that this person is a little bit of an alcoholic, like, maybe look for the subtle signs. I'm not saying that they are. I'm not, like, of course, this is the Alcohol Tarot, and so maybe subconsciously you chose this group for a reason. Maybe because subconsciously you know that this person might have a drinking problem, and if they do, then maybe be cautious about this, because that can be, like, that can be a big reason for something this beautiful. Like, I think there is a lot of potential here, but the potential would maybe not last if there's something big like that, like a big addiction that is hard to deal with and hard to get in control. Then of course it's going to be harder to get this. I don't know. I don't want to end this reading on such a negative note, because I dig this relationship. I like it. I think it's. I feel like you two could really get along. Maybe you could help them. Like, if they have a drinking problem, you could help them get help. I know that they should get it on their own, and that they should want it on their own. Like, that they can't, like, that you can't force someone to go in recovery. But still, like, maybe help them. Maybe that could. I don't know. But only if this person has a drinking problem. If they don't, then there's maybe no problem here. Like, then just go for it. So, yeah, I think that's all I have for you. Group number 6. I hope this reading was helpful. And if it was, please subscribe to my channel. And if you want a personal reading from me, check the description box below for more information on how to get one. And have a great day, and bye.